and welcome to this week's episode of the Big Eyes Podcast. You know, we here, we back. It's your boy LJ. And hey D, how you feeling today, man?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're recording this on a nice, lovely Sunday.
Yeah, I can't lie. Today's weather is really good out here. It's like a nice 75 right now.
Yeah, like for me, well, in Georgia, it's like what 80 something, 90. I'm like, shit, bro. Like, I went to the park today. Had a good little time. Everybody out today. Please stay masked up. Do your social distancing while you're out. Because there's still stuff going on, but like, still enjoy yourselves. It's still the summertime, so enjoy the weather. But you know what I'm saying? It's really been a great day. I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
That's good, bro. I'm happy to hear that you're having a great day. Yeah, man, my day is going well. I'm tired. I'm tired as hell, and the reason why I'm tired is dumb as hell. Because if you guys have been noticing and or paying attention to my Twitter feed, I have been hate watching.
Oh, Jesus.
Bro, but I've been watching it in like the deep of the night, bro. I swear to God, I'll be up until like 2-3 in the morning watching this shit. Just hating it the whole time, though. I can't turn it off.
It sounds like you've been suffering, bro. Like, it sounds like...
I can't turn it off. I don't know what it is about it, but I can't turn it off. But I've been watching Attack on Titan. I'm at the part where they just figure out who the armored titan is and all that. So I can't lie. Season 2, I finished season 1. Season 1 felt like it took 78 years to finish.
Yeah.
But I finished season 1. And I'm on season 2. And season 2 is marginally better than season 1. Like,
yeah,
it's so much better. I still have my problems with it.
Season 2 is pretty short too, though. It's like half the episode.
No, it is. Yeah, it is. It's shorter. It's shorter. The action is more, I feel like, jam packed together. Like every episode, like something crazy is happening.
Yeah.
My biggest problem though is like they do all these things. They reveal all these things. Like everyone's a Titan. Like how everything is cake now. And I'm proud everyone's a Titan. I'm like, damn, nigga. I'm more surprised when someone isn't a Titan. Like I'm more surprised at that now. I'm like, damn, you're not a Titan. Step your game up.
But it's kind of crazy how like you see these Titans from like episode 1, and then you see their character designs for like who they really are as you watch, and it's like, you know what, you do kind of look like that, man. Like, hold up.
No, like. They do not do a good job of concealing anything. Like Annie's Titan, you knew that was Annie from the jump.
Yes.
Like you knew that was Annie from the jump. I'm trying to remember the armored Titan's name.
Reiner.
There we go, Reiner. I see it now. I saw it when he said it. I was like, oh yeah, that is. But like the Annie thing, they didn't even attempt to conceal that. They didn't even attempt to conceal it. They were just like, oh yeah, we're just gonna make her look just like her. Yeah. She has the same facial expression, even when she's in a Titan form. Like in a sense, her like emotional and her actions are all still pretty much the same. So
I ain't gonna hold you. One of my favorite memes is like, they throw up the blood and Crip. It's like Aaron throwing up the Crip, but Annie throwing up like the West Side. Like if you're like that's what
I do know what meme you're talking about. That's funny as hell. But nah, man, I've been hate watching it. I have my quarrels with that. We could say that for a whole nother episode.
Oh man,
where
you got to bring Mills on for that one, because I know he was watching that too. Like,
yeah, I know he is. He's the reason why I started watching it, because I had watched season 1 and like I've watched season 1 and season 2 before. It's just been so long since I've tapped into it at all. And
yeah,
I haven't like stayed updated with the manga, so I was like, F it, I'm just gonna run it through and like things still feel pretty new to me watching it. So I don't know, man. I feel like they reveal things with zero context. Like they're like, like the Armored Titan's back, who is like a huge character in this whole series, but they give us no reason on why that is so big. They're just like, all you know is that he destroyed Wall Maria, and that was it. Like that's all you know. Like outside of that, there's nothing.
I'll say they get into it. They get into all of that more during season 3, like as you go along. So it's like, okay, now I kind of
wait a whole nother season.
Yeah,
like, that's my thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh god. I'm off Attack on Titan right now because we are here for
y'all gonna make me watch it. Like I'm gonna watch it this weekend. That's gonna be my watch because I'm not gonna lie to you. I dropped God of High School. Like that kind of disappointed me. So I'm just not.
The anime.
Yeah, the anime. Like the manga is on a shaky point itself, but like reading the beginning of God of High School itself is like okay, it's a fun, lighthearted thing. It feels kind of like Dragon Ball, but like fourth wall breaking and a lot of stuff. But then you get to the anime and they cut so much stuff, and you have no like reason to really care for some of these characters. The fight scenes are great. I'm not gonna lie to you, but like with the way Crunchyroll put out their name on all of this stuff, and it's like, okay, you blew your budget on this, but like, where's the context for all of these characters? So I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna keep trying to like slowly read through that. So I might just pick up Attack on Titan with y'all and like refresh myself on it because I was watching it weekly, but like I feel like it's a better experience going back and like binging through the whole thing because it's I don't know, man. Y'all making it seem fun. I don't know.
That's the one thing I'll say is as much issues it has, I still am having a fun time watching it. I think that's the reason why I continue to watch it. Like they do the one thing they do things well. Like they leave every episode on a really good cliffhanger.
Yeah,
like, that's how they get you because you're just like, F it, I'm already here now. Might as well continue to see what the hell's about to happen.
Yeah,
but no, yeah, man, you should tap into it. I'm gonna get back into the manga, even though I'm already knowing the manga is doing that thing where it runs way too long. So that's crazy to hear about God of High School.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah. Like it. So people have been saying the opposite stuff about God of High School for Tower of God, and I'm like, well, Tower of God has a setup in the beginning that's like, okay, you don't really need to like know the important stuff, and they gloss over it in the anime, but they still like touch on all the little details, so it follows the manga a little bit easier than like God of High School did. So when you get to the second season, you'll be like, all right, why should I care? But also I said
Tower of God, didn't I? I meant God of High School, huh?
No. I said, no. I'm just flipping between the two. That's my fault.
Because no, you're good. At first, I was like, damn, I thought it said Tower of God. I mean, Tower of God got a high school, man.
But that's one thing about it is like, bro, y'all are all about these gods and like humans becoming gods and all of these things, bro. Like, what? Like, what is going on here? Like, Korea has some type of obsession with that, but
they do. I mean, Crunchyroll's getting behind it though.
Yeah,
I mean, Crunchyroll is going really dumb with the webtoons. Like they are putting like the gas into the engine. They're like, listen, we're gonna push these as hard as possible.
Yeah.
I have read. I'm not fully caught up on Tower of God. I have read God of High School. God of High School is fun. I do agree with you that they're at a shaky point right now. I don't know. Like this is the problem when. God, I'm gonna sound like Cyrus right now. This is the problem with like tournament arcs is that they're very fun to do, but they can end up getting repetitive very fast.
Yeah.
If you're not trying to tell kind of a deeper story, and I think God of High School is kind of getting to that point where I don't know. I'm just kind of like, all right, what were we doing here? It's that like they're just doing shit to do shit, and I'm just like, none of this means anything.
Yeah. See, okay, so Tower of God kind of falls into that same like trope, but it's also like because they have the whole premise is basically tournament arcs. Like they all play a different game, and all the characters have to like use their teammates to like climb the tower or whatever like that. So, but they weave that into the narrative a lot better, in my opinion, than God of High School. Like I like how Tower of God sets up the tournament arcs for that structure. So, I mean, one thing I will say, that everybody probably needs to tap into, Solo Leveling. I don't know if you've heard it. Yes, like it just came back this past weekend. It's coming
back, yes. So yeah, if y'all have not tapped into that new chapter, y'all need to tap into it. We will be talking about that very soon.
Yeah.
But we have wasted a lot of time on this intro. Because we are here. This is a special episode because once again, thank you guys so much for voting for the manga of the month. And we are now in August.
Yep.
And our manga of the month for July was World Trigger. So once again, I want to thank everyone who voted. I'm thinking you guys voted for World Trigger because World Trigger is not weak. World Trigger is not. Good.
It is absolutely fire, dog. I'm like,
hey, World Trigger is really good, dog. World Trigger is really good. So I appreciate everyone who voted and gave us that because boy, this was whack. I was just sad that I spent the whole month reading this.
Oh my god,
whack. All right. So I mean, we might as well just get right into it. What is right now your full impression of it? Like, off the we've been reading it for a month. What are you feeling right now in this manga? Like, what are your thoughts? All that. What do they do? All that. So, what are your thoughts right now, AD?
All right. So in the beginning, like when we first started introducing World Trigger, like last month. My first impression was I had already seen parts of the anime, and like I was talking about how like I like the different weapons and like the different styles for each character and how they all play like in a team aspect, how they go into their battles. And after reading it, it gets so much deeper than what I initially thought, dog. Like they have different loadouts. It's basically like a paintball style fight. Like it's like a game, but it's like chess mixed with like Call of Duty, mixed with like it's like so much stuff going on, dog. I'm not gonna hold you. Like as I kept reading, I was like, bro, this is absolutely amazing. The rank wars, fantastic. My one big gripe about it is that in the beginning, like when they had the invasion, they introduced so many characters on our side, and half of them, if not more than half of them, have the same facial expressions or like the same character designs. Yeah. So it kind of like I got lost trying to figure out, okay, why should I care about this character? Why does he look like Jin? Why do these two people on the like two different squads like look like each other and like say the same things, and they don't have too much of like a personality distinction between each other? But then when you get into the rank wars after like the invasion, they go into all of these different characters and you see like their backgrounds and you see like, okay, they do kind of like distinct. They do have the like certain distinctions and like why are they a part of Border? What are their kind of like, reasons for being here? They're making friends with each other, and you see like the camaraderie between each other. It's kind of like seeing like neighborhood high schools and like seeing your friends go to like different high schools and they're a part of like different teams, but they hang out on the weekends and they just like do fun things together. So it's just like I enjoy this whole like aspect of all of these kids coming together and not really letting the adults in Border, dictate a lot of the things that they do, because they have their own dreams and goals too. And it's dope to see all of these kids like, form bonds with each other, even though like some of them are like dickheads, but like that's what character development is for, So it's like it's great.
Definitely. No, there's one thing that you touched on that, I immediately kind of caught onto in the story is, especially with the battles, they're very strategic.
Yes.
They're very strategic in battles. And that's one thing that I really do enjoy in this in this manga is that, although there are power levels, which I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of the fact that they have power levels. The whole Tryon thing, I feel, is a bit I understand it in the context of the whole story. Like, this is why, neighbors are continuing to attack, Earth, or what actually neighbors call is Medine, which I'm wondering, is this setting actually even Earth?
I don't think so. That was the thing that threw me off at the beginning too.
I don't ever remember them saying Earth in this story unless it's in the beginning.
No, I don't think so either. They just call it Mikado City. They don't really talk about anything around the area.
They don't talk about anything around the area. Even the neighbors that are attacking it call it Medine. I do think that's a pretty cool thing of like not actually making the setting Earth, and making it actually its own planet. But like I do enjoy this, like the battle systems though, of just like they're so strategic, and you see how other they got different ranks of what you can be. You could be a sniper, you could be a gunner, you could be an attacker. What would you be? I've been battling with this question. Which rank would you be?
That's difficult. One of the characters, like in one of the rank wars, I feel like I would be a gunner, but one of the characters in the rank wars, I think his name is Zoe, and he's like a long range, like grenade launcher specialist. I feel like you know what I'm talking about, the big chubby dude. I was like, dog, I feel like I relate to him so much, dog.
Bro, yo, that rank war was so good for the simple fact that they literally was like, go, and he just started blasting shit.
He blew up everything, dog.
He blew up the whole city. He just blew up the whole entire city. No, that shit had me absolutely crying, but I can see you doing that. I can see you just being a dude with a rocket launcher.
Let the mayhem go and just be like, yeah, I'm about to dip.
Did you ever watch Loiter Squad?
Nah. Oh, is that the Tyler the Creator show? I never got to like really watch all of it. But
oh man, bro, there's one where they do a skit in there, and Lionel, one of the Future members, walking around with the rocket launcher. They're shooting a fake music video. He's like, I'm just a nigga with a rocket launcher.
I gotta see this.
I will send it to you. But no, I can see you doing that. I've been conflicted because I feel that if it was like a real life thing and I actually had to choose, I might mess around and choose attacker.
Yeah. I can see that.
Y'all thought I was gonna choose gunner, didn't y'all? Y'all thought I was gonna be a blamer boy. Y'all must have forgot that I'm Dominican and Puerto Rican boy. I'm nice with the machete.
Man, he gonna run up on y'all, bro. Y'all better stop playing.
Y'all must have forgot. No, I might mess around and be an attacker. I just like the attacker weapons way more. I like the fact that Yuma's weapon or the scorpion, which is the scorpion, is the coldest weapon I feel is in there because it's so versatile. The fact that he could switch the blades out, the fact that he's able to move so swiftly and agile with it, and like he's able to attack at so many different angles. I think that's just like that's probably that's my favorite thing about Yuma. Yuma is just
Yuma like the one thing that's also cool about it is like Yuma is pretty small and he's like really agile, so he can make that, like you see him use it to like out of his arms, you can use it out of your legs. He at one point he uses it to block an attack from his head, like somebody tried to
oh man, you was nice with it. But there's a big but. They make snipers look so cool in this.
Yes.
That I would be conflicted of choosing to be a sniper or an attacker because the snipers they make snipers look so tight in this.
Yes.
Just because they are most of the times you think of snipers, I'm not in the military. I do have like a grandpa's in the military and stuff, but as when you look at military stuff and snipers, it's very, you gotta stay quiet, you gotta stay low. It's in a sense, it's kind of boring. You know, like your timing and everything is like that. Like here, they're very active in the battle. Like they're shooting, they're causing diversions.
Yeah.
They're all over the place. Mika's just blowing stuff up because she can't even control her Tryon.
She just blasts, bro. they just get the call in like Mika just like aim for the bridge.
Aim for the bridge.
Blows
it up. Bro, she has because her Tryon levels are so high. But no, they make snipers just look cool. Even like some of the top snipers when you go to like you're looking at the A ranks and all this stuff. Their snipers just look so cool in this because they're so in tune with the battle and they're just coming from all places. You're like,
exactly.
And they're not just sitting down and waiting.
And then it's the other thing too, where it's like you're getting the calls in from like your operator who's like giving you the directions and telling you, all right, these are where the people are, and you listen to your captain, and it's like that's a part of the whole team aspect where you see like, okay, my gunner is over here and my attacker is over here, so let me set up the shot on this side so that if I can't even deal damage, at least I could provide a distraction or an opening for them to come in for the kill. And it's like so much that the snipers do. The snipers do a lot of work in this. Like you said.
They do definitely. But that also ties back of just how they do all their battles and how they do all their like their action panels and all that. Is that I think this is what my biggest issue is with the power level thing, is that in it, outside of the fact that the Tryon or that's kind of like their chi. their Tryon levels are tied into like planets, and planets need them to survive and how to make weapons and all that.
Yep.
But when it actually comes to the actual battle, they mean nothing really. Like
Yes.
they legit mean nothing, because you see, they always reveal like, oh, this character actually doesn't have a lot of Tryon. They're just really good in at this aspect
efficient.
of battle. They're efficient. They know how to handle themselves in battle and handle this. So that's like one thing is like why the power levels feel so meaningless to me, because when it actually comes time for the for it to matter, it doesn't at all.
I think the only person who it matters for is Chica, because it's like she has so much, but her thing is she doesn't like shooting people, so they try to like work with her to like use different type of bullets. So
when they give her the scorpion dog. They gave her the scorpion with the lead bullets now.
Yes.
Now she could so she could shoot people without like hurting them. But they got the weights. Oh my gosh, dog. She's cold, bro. She might, man. Listen, this might be Chica High over here, dog.
Dog, oh, some real shit. Like,
some real shit. It might be Chica High. The fact that one thing I really like about her character, and they touch on it too. I think it's after their second rank war battle. And we're gonna touch on the rank war battles too, because I enjoy how they're kind of doing this tournament thing without doing the tournament thing.
Yeah, that's the big thing. It's like but the only thing is like the rank war is so long, but it's setting it up the bigger arc though. It's like, okay, we're trying to get all of these groups together, so we're getting all these characters that we care about, and we're giving them development. So even if they don't make it to the end, like we still have them in the background waiting for whenever we come back. So it's so good. I don't mind the fact that these rank wars are so long, bro. Like, it's amazing.
It is. But no, back to Chica. The one thing I do enjoy about her is that they after the second rank war, they after what is his name? Osamu.
Yeah.
After he pretty much tells her like, yo, you need to bail out. You need to bail out. You need to leave as soon as you shoot this shot. And she ends up doing it, and they get back and they're talking about like, Mika's a small character. She seems very timid, very shy, but they bring up a point of they think that she's scared, and they think that's like, that's the reason why they do that for her. But the thing is that she actually has like no fear. Like, she has zero care for dying. And
she cares so much about like their safety that she has no regard for her own
life, that she's just like, she'll throw it in the wind if she needs to. And I love that part. Like, I love that, like, the fact that they made that a part of her character, that they didn't make her like this small, like, weak, frail girl who has to like, who doesn't know how to fend for herself or this and that. I love how, although she is small, although she has this like shy personality, that she's actually just, in a sense, very just reckless.
Yes.
She's very reckless. And I love that they made her like that, because you don't really see characters like that. Like,
yes.
If her personality is shy, she's always going to be in situations where she's like holding people back. She's doing like, what I'm saying, where she's like this damsel in distress, and she's really not that at all.
But it's us also crazy, like how all of the characters around her see this and they all want to help her out. Like, you have, what's his name? The guy who's teaching her how to use lead bullets. Reiji from their squad, Takakoma.
Yeah.
And like all of these people are all like, she's really strong, and like we know her weakness, but also we can't help but like her. Even the director dude, who was a dickhead in the beginning, who didn't. I told you, bro. I hate all, like, there were some characters who are just like complete dickheads, but like,
bro, there's some assholes in this. They're all assholes. Like, all the chairmen. The only person that's not is Tamakoa in his whole little range. And what's the Shinoda dude? Shinoda.
Yeah.
Shinoda. I think those are the only two ones I really rock with on that whole board, the advisory board. I'm not really fucking with everybody else, bro. They on some different shit.
Yeah. But even then, though, it's like with all of these characters, Chica is the one person that they're like, we know that she's strong, and we know that she's inexperienced, but we can't help but like try to help her out because we see how much she cares for her team and how much that she wants to at least be able to overcome these battles. There was even a point like I might stray away from Chica a little bit because in that one rank war with Zoe, and it's the four-way battle and everything, and Tamakoma gets like utterly destroyed. There's that one guy, I think his name is Kazama, and he's overseeing the fight, and they do like the post battle results, and they had like the little breakdown of all the teams, and they're just like, you can see the difference in between all the squads and how their teamwork and like experience played a part in them getting their points. And then the girl is like, so does that mean Mikumo got off early? Like Mikumo, like what? He got off extremely early, bro. Like, you ever play Search and Destroy on Call of Duty? For all my Call of Duty players, like he got out of there.
As soon as he touched down, bro, they had bullet holes in that man. Oh my gosh, I have not seen. I was like, bruh,
y'all ain't have to do my man like that. But also,
they do the respawn point. As soon as they touched down.
Oh man, but it's like with that fight, and you see like Osamu also like he's building himself up because he doesn't want to hold his team back because he knows that he's weak, but he's a very good strategist in how he plays against other people's weaknesses as well as into his own team's strengths. But like with that fight, you see how they just don't have the experience as a team together compared to everybody else. So the girl is like, does that mean Osamu's early departure mean that he was especially bad? And then because I was like, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not here to actually like say that he was trash. I'm not here to like say that. You're learning from your mistakes by playing in these rank wars, so it's you're supposed to grow. And so instead of trying to like grow yourself so quickly, like Osamu was trying to get help from so many different people, A rank leaders. He's getting help from like some of his B rank compartments. He even got some help from like Jin in a way. And it's like, he's trying to grow himself because he knows he's weak. But because I was like, you have to do your job as a captain. You have to know your own strengths and weaknesses. You can't like just jump out there and try to expect results so quickly. You have to still like confer with your team, do everything that you can do. And there's so many things outside of just his three sets of people, his three squad mates that you can do. Like it's something about that growth and character development for all of these characters, and like how they play into each other and how you see their relationships and dynamics to help each other grow. Because at the end of the day, they're all still a part of Border. They're all still like defending this place. So while they're even doing the rank wars, even though some of these characters are dickheads and just like why would you fuck Ninomiya? Let me just start right there. Fuck that guy. Get him out of here, bro. Like I need Yuma to off that nigga like ASAP. Either Yuma or Jin. Like fuck that nigga. But like this is my venting week. Like
hey, listen, get your bars on. You gotta vent. You gotta get it out.
Like on some real shit though. But like you see all of these characters grow, and you see how they all have these different relationships because they're still they're Border. Like they have their own objectives and goals, and you see all of them like doing the best that they can to help each other out. And that's a big part of World Trigger, and I really appreciate the dynamics between each other and how the story is laid out in the rank wars. Like the rank wars are basically like the biggest arc in World Trigger, is the biggest arc in World Trigger right now. And so it's like
definitely. Obviously it's still going on. I mean, we're just now getting to the end of it. By the time the people hear this, the new this month's chapter of World Trigger will be out. I will as soon as this drops. Y'all will hear me like live tweet like me reading the chapter, the newest chapter, because we're at the end, and a lot of stakes are at line.
Yeah.
And I think Katora's the one that talked to Osamu.
Yeah.
And pretty much was like, what is your why? And she talked to him. She's like, pretty much like, bro, you have like, what is your real reason like being here? Like, you keep saying like you're doing it so you can go on this mission with Yuma and Chika. Y'all can go on this other world. But like, what's really your reason you're being here? And Osamu finds it, he slowly finds it. And it's not like now we're at a point where it's like, oh shit, like, a lot is on the line. Like they gotta win or they're not gonna be able to go on this away mission, which is pretty much, which is like I feel the big storyline right now, and that's the big thing that's happening next is that they're gonna get on this away mission. But no, the rank wars, I love how they're doing it. I love how they're doing the rank wars. They aren't like, this doesn't feel like a tournament.
Yeah.
At all by any means. The simple fact that it's kind of like this round robin thing where, you could, mess around and have to go against the same team 2-3 times.
Yeah.
Or you have to mess around and go against, 4 people, and the fact that like the lowest ranked team gets to pick like the city and the conditions.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of different things that goes on.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really feel like a tournament more than, you're really watching these guys. Like, this is like live training for.
Exactly. And like the other big thing about it is, while there's still the rank wars, as a team, you still have your own solo rank wars going on as well. So it's like 2 separate like tournaments going on at once, to like one to build your classification, whether you're an attacker, a gunner, or a sniper. But you also have like the bigger one. It's so much intricacy going on, and all of these people have like rivalries. Like what's his name, Jin, and the other guy who's number 2, and he couldn't fight Jin because he had the black trigger.
Key.
Yeah. So it's like you have these different like type of rivalries, but also like camaraderie and things going on at the same time. It's just so beautiful, dog. I can't help but like love this.
Hey, man, for real, same here. I'm thoroughly just enjoying a lot of what they're doing. Their storytelling, the pacing is great.
Yes.
The pacing in the story is really good because even though the rank wars are very long, they don't feel, in a sense, like, oh, this is dragging on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, no, they start to add little things in there to make that tie into kind of the bigger storyline. Like, even though this is the big arc right now, character relationships is just, crazy. Just seeing all these people interact with each other, seeing things come out as you continue to learn more and more about characters. There is, you brought up the whole character design thing, and I definitely have that same quarrel where there isn't much diversity with the character design. Like, it's very easy to get people confused. Like, like even Key and Jin look alike.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're rivals and they look just alike.
But there's a note in like one of the earlier chapters of how like the author draws Chika and Yuma around the same amount of time, and Jin is like the most intricate character, and you can see like their eyes and all of these other different things play off each other.
The one thing I do like is when they do like the fish face. Especially when like Yuma's like not being serious.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things that they do.
Oh man, the duck lips.
The duck lips, bro. That is so funny when they do it. They like hit that. They hit that so well. Or like when they do it when there's a group of them doing it.
That's just hilarious.
It's just hilarious. That shit is absolutely hilarious. But but like the rank wars, I just like how they're not doing it. It doesn't feel like a tournament. I think because once again, strategy is so important, and you see these characters grow, not even just as a character, but as like a legit fighter or as like a legit soldier.
Yeah.
You see them grow, their skills and their tactics and all that kind of grow. I like how their rankings are, where it's like the A rank, the B rank, the S class, the C rank.
Yeah.
Because there's not really, in terms of actual skill, there isn't a huge gap between a lot of these people. It really just comes down a lot to experience, and it comes down to just like who's just had more time out in the battlefield. They may still be very skilled, they just haven't had time out in the battlefield, so they don't know how to implement plans. They don't know how like fighting strategies and all these things. And that's really like the biggest factor that separates characters. But like even when you just look at the ranks, like there are some cold cats in the B rank.
Yeah, like there are some of them who are like literally they just play around so much, or they have like their own things. That's why they're B rank, but they used to be like A rank. I forgot that one guy. I think his name was Kage or something like that.
Masato.
Yeah, like
Masato is a man. Listen, Masato goes crazy, dog. Yeah, man. The fact that this dog, bro, in the rank wars said F all of you. I'm about to go over Yumo right now. It was like,
I want that 1v1 right now.
I want that 1v1 right now. Oh my, he was like, I'm not playing with y'all. I'm not playing with y'all. Listen, F the bullshit. Let's
y'all do what y'all do.
For real. But no, like when you even look at the B rank and you just even look at the squads, like the number one squad, they are cold. Masataka is first of all, B rank number one, the Ninomiya unit.
Fuck them. I like the fact that they got on suits and they fights, but
that's
like
hard. That's hard. The fact that they all pulled to the battlefield with suits on, that means they on business. They really pulled up like John Wick, dog. Every single one of them pulled up like John Wick and ready to drill shit, bro.
Oh,
and they only have one. They have no snipers on that team either. It's 2 shooters and an attacker. I'm telling you, this is John Wick, bro. This is always a plan of John Wick. You don't play around, bro. But no, like they're cold though. Like even if you hate them, they're cold, and like they could easily be an A rank squad.
Yeah.
But it's like you said, it's just those little things that they miss, and they don't make like that power level between characters like completely. It's not so far to the point where other characters look hopeless or other characters seem like there's no reason for them to be there.
But there's also like the one thing that I do appreciate about that plays into that is the fact that like the rank war system, like you if you beat somebody who's higher than you take points from them, and like you make your rank higher, and like so they always are consistently challenging each other to like get better than each other, and always raising their rank, lowering their rank, what I'm saying, playing back and forth, and they're all doing these things while at the same time getting strategies from each other to use in like a real battle situation. It's amazing, dog. Like the way that they set it up, and who set that up? Yuma's dad set this up, didn't he?
Yep, Yuma's dad. There's the figuring out that Yuma's dad was a part of Border was a cool that was a nice little twist in the story.
Yeah, it was definitely good. It is a great way to like keep him into the story, and like while he's in the background, like he's not here anymore, he's the Black Trigger or whatever like that, he still is an integral part to like everything that's going on right now. So I do appreciate how they incorporate everything about Yuma's dad into the story. RIP to that. Well, he's not even dead yet, but like we need to get that boy Replica back. Like,
oh man, listen, my dog Replica. He went out for the set though.
He did.
So, he really went out for the set, and he was like, "Skip, I'm about to blow this that whole battle was crazy,
bro. That shit was so intense. Like
that shit was intense on so many levels. But this is where like kind of the character design problem happened. Of like they were bouncing around a lot in that story of which unit and what team was fighting who, and since the characters look alike, it's very easy for you to be like, to get them confused.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like that's once again that's the issue with the character design thing. But overall, that the battle was amazing. But this is one other issue that I have with this: the Tryon body shit.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of the Tryon body shit because it really makes the stakes in a sense low. Like they really can't die.
Yeah.
Outside of Osamu,
having to eject himself.
Yeah, having to eject himself, like that wasn't the wisest decision that man ever made.
I was like, dog, what are you doing? But
bro, he was like, you know what? I'm gonna take all my armor off right now. Come on, dog. Like now, this is what you gonna do right
but
now.
At the same time, like I get it, because like the guy he was facing he had like the swallow control or whatever like that. He was basically like Itachi on the low. But like at the same time, he could only use that attack or if your body is made of Tryon. So if he went back to his flesh and bone self, he can't really like, you know, be affected by that. But then you had the wormhole girl, and this is wait. Speaking of this, let me rewind. This is where the design shit really got me. When it was the leader, I think his name is Hyrain, Hyusei, and then there was somebody else on that invasion team. They all literally have like the same hairstyle, but the only differences were like their horns. I despise, bruh. That's where that shit blew me so much. I'm like, all right, who the fuck is this? Who is this nigga? Why? Like, all right, I could tell you by the birds. Jin is fighting this other nigga, but like, wasn't he just over here? Like, who the like?
Yeah, bro, it's a lot. Like, man, it's a lot of just these characters. I mean, and I think I think the issue with it is I wouldn't have had an issue with it if it wasn't so, you know, when they do their battles, it's so fast paced and there's so many moving parts, that you're just you get confused because these characters look alike. And you know, like I think if it wasn't so many moving parts and things moving so fast, it wouldn't have been an issue. You know what I mean? If you know, like, hey, I understand. Like, if you're gonna have to draw a character, and you know your hand drawing this, why not at least keep similarities between characters?
This is true.
To make it easier on yourself.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's just, you know, that's thinking from, you know, my end of, you know, if I was drawing something. But end of the day, no, that whole battle was crazy. That was very fun. Yeah, man, like I just really enjoy this. I really have been. I think you text me and we're talking about the whole like this is like one big universal battle.
Yes.
And like the shifting of the planets, and it's kind of like them not really knowing like
who's coming next.
You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is very fun. Like I like how in a sense of this is really grounded in strategy. Like this is really grounded in like, you know, all these branches. Like even though like Border, they have like 3 separate branches. And, you know, all 3 of these branches don't see eye to eye. All 3 of these branches may have their own, they may have their own, like, agendas or things that they want to happen. But, you know, they coordinate with each other. And they're all working with each other. And, you know, you even see when they're battling other units. Like, there's just so much strategy as involved with this. And I like that because it's not just on some, like, oh, they're just powerful, so we can't beat them. And now we have to power up and get our power levels right. Like, no, it's kind of like there's some actual shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to like you have to have a strategy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they know how to fight different characters. They know how to do this. It's not just a character strong and so now they're just gonna blow everything up and then, you know, that's what it is. Or someone has to like dig deep down and then now have to like transform or like magically raise up their triumph levels. Like it's not really much of that going on. Yeah.
I think the one thing I do appreciate about it is like even if a character dies, they really don't die. They turn into a black trigger that somebody else can use. They keep them around in a way that's like important to the story. Like, so I appreciate them still saying like, okay, Jin has his black trigger from his master. You have Yuma who has his dad's trigger. A lot of the you know, it's crazy how they incorporate still the act of and the use of Tryon within everyone. And even if somebody dies, you know, they're not really gone per se. Like they still play that up from like chapter 1 where like Yuma is wearing the ring and like the guy, one of their classmates is like, you know, I got a ring too, you know, I got some jewelry, but it's not allowed. But you know what I'm saying? It's like they keep these ideas of characters around in a way that, you know, they could play on in future arcs. One thing I do wonder though is like if a character dies, and who would you think that would die, and who do you think would get their black trigger? That's what I want to pose, because I was talking to one of my friends about it as that we were doing this podcast about World Trigger, and he was like, bro, like I could see Jin like, you know, dying and passing his trigger on to Osamu, and he gains the power of Future Sight. And I was like, bro, you know how broken that would be if like Osamu got that power from Jin and like, you know, that becomes his side effect? That would be amazing.
No, I mean, I think that's the most obvious course of what probably happened is Jin dying. You know what I would like to see is what's his name? Reggie. There we go. See him die and give his black trigger to and create a black trigger and give it to Chica.
That would be dope.
I think that would be so amazing, just because I think, man, bro, I'm being dead ass honest. Chica is probably my favorite character through all of this.
Yeah, she's probably mine too.
She's her character is dope. I just love how they write her. I think once we get more of the Kako unit, which is the all girl A rank squad, which goes crazy, which is top squad over here, bro.
Oh,
Listen,
man.
I'm Kako over here too, bro. Put the butterfly tat on me, dog. Put the butterfly tat on me. I would get more of them. I hope we get more of them soon.
Yeah, I want to see more of Takakoma 1 too. Like, we only got Konami and Reggie like in that one arc with the invasion, pretty much. Like, we didn't see them really do too much, but I want to see like the extent of all that they can do, because right now we just really see them training Takakoma 2 and just talking about like how we like our little subordinates and everything like that. And we're trying to help them grow, and the fact that Takakoma in itself isn't really a part of Border, because they designed the triggers first and they have like more efficient triggers. Like, fucking Konami has a axe, dog. Like,
oh, bro, she's so cold, bro. She's so cold. Konami's cold, y'all. I'm telling you, bro. All the female characters in this are cold as shit.
Yes,
like. Cold. Like, I'm talking about like not on some like they need to be saved, or not on some like they cold but they in the background. Nah, bro, they be cold and be like in the forefront.
Yes,
and like be wrecking shit. I love it so much, bro. Konami is so nice. You like Reggie, he has the he could do the full armor, and he get the machine guns and just a bunch of crazy shit. Dog, man. That first unit, bro. That Tamako first unit they are really something special. We're man. Listen, does it get the stamp? It gets the stamp. It gets the stamp.
It gets the stamp, bro. It has to get the stamp.
It gets the big eye. It gets the big eye stamp of approval, man. Like, World Trigger is, it's great. It's really great. I'm really liking where this is going, and right now, obviously, it was a weekly, switched to a monthly.
Yeah.
It's really crazy though. Like this, like it's stuff like that really makes me appreciate manga, and really makes me appreciate writers, because man, he is writing this, gets sick, and he's like, instead of just being like, you know what, I'm done with this, whatever, like he just switches it to a monthly.
And he's still dedicated to telling the story.
Yeah, for real, man. So like, man, much praise to Ashihara, who's the author and the illustrator of this story. Just thank you for giving us this great story and pressing through. Like, it really is crazy. I was talking to Jeff about this. It's just like, bro, they really be grinding through shit, and like, to continue to push out a product that we can all enjoy. That's really good through means sick. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
This is a good product. I really mess with World Trigger. So, World Trigger gets the big I stamp of approval. So if you're still listening, which you are, yeah, we know you are.
We might need to put like a time. We might need to put a timestamp on this. Like, so we have the whole World Trigger section, and we're just like, all right, now we get to the other the final little bit. But
But so this is the manga of the month episode, our first manga of the month episode, World Trigger. It gets the big I stamp of approval. So it's now August. AD, basketball is back.
Baseball is back.
Go Yankees.
Shout out to the Braves.
Go Yankees, go Braves. I rock with the Braves. I do rock with the Braves. Football is going to be, starting up very soon. So, this month in August, all these sports is coming back. So we want this month to be a sport manga month. So if you're still listening, make sure you go to the Lookout RNC page. We will have a new poll where we will have 4. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell. I'm gonna tell y'all which ones. Yeah, y'all just have to go and look. But we're gonna have 4 sports mangas that we're gonna read for the month of August. So definitely go check out the Lookout RNC page to check it out. Vote. Also, man, God, bro, last week was a killer week for the Lookout.
It was really great. Like,
it was really great, dog.
The summer at Kame House.
Summer at Kame's house is that's about to pull up next week. They did the Ricochet interview.
That was great.
Shout out to Mills and Jeff. That is, bro, listen, y'all need to listen to that episode.
That episode was fantastic.
That episode's so good, bro. And I'm not even saying that on some we the Lookout, so it's good. I'm saying
that was like a vibe. Like, you meet somebody
bro, new. that was so good, man. Him talking about just like his favorite animes, all that, how he got into it's a really good episode. So y'all need to go check that out. Shout out to Sid. Shout out to Section 8 No Jutsu. He was on last week. So if y'all want to listen to some past episodes, and I'm telling y'all, last week, bro, Lookout had a week.
Mm-hmm. We also had the verses.
Oh yeah, the verses of the anime studio one.
Yes, Madhouse versus Bones. Go check that out. That was a great one.
Who did you choose?
See, that's hard for me because Hunter x Hunter is on the Madhouse side, and I really love Hunter x Hunter. But Bones got the lineup, dog. So I eventually had to go with Bones. I'm not gonna hold you.
I went with Bones too. Bones is that lineup was just too nasty. It was more towards the end where it was like, damn, that's a dub. That's a dub. They smoked Madhouse in like the last 3 ones. I was like, it's very hard for me to. Nah, but man, just remember, subscribe to the podcast, the Lookout RNC on wherever you listen to podcasts at, Apple Music, Spotify. Make sure you subscribe. Man, yeah, so this is the Manga of the Month episode, World Trigger. Y'all should definitely check it out. It gets the stamp of approval. And AD, what's the sign? What's our sign out?
Please read more manga, read World Trigger, you know what I'm saying? Watch more anime. We might have to do the Attack on Titan episode soon.
God, I don't want to. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it.
We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it.
No, we're not. Please don't drag me to do that shit. Please. I'm legit hate watching it now. I swear to God, season 4 better blow me out the motherfucking water, bro. Season 4 better be the greatest season of anime I've ever watched in my life.
All right, so here's what we're gonna talk about it later, but like we'll talk about that later. But read more manga, watch more anime. It's still the summertime. It's about to be the hottest month of the year, so please drink more water. You know what I'm saying? Stay hydrated. And please, have yourselves a great day.
Have yourself a great day. Wear your mask. Thank you, y'all. Peace. That was fun. That was too fun.